When are we going to break for lunch? Hey YouTubers, welcome back to professional video production on a shoestring budget. Today I'm going to carry on talking about some basic shooting techniques, and I wanted to start by talking about tripods. If you have a tripod, use it. It really improves the look of your finished product. You can get entry-level tripods now, decent tripods, fairly reasonable price. I use a Bestcore fluid head tripod. It's a fluid head, so your movements are a little smoother. It's an entry level. It's under $200, and I've been quite happy with it. You can spend a lot of money on tripods, and they're designed not only for heavier cameras, but for better movements when you go to move with them, pan and tilt. But I've been happy with the Bestcore for that price. If you can't afford, to spend even, under $200, if all you have is like a photo, tripod that really you can't do very good fluid movement with it, but it's a way to get your camera mounted and locked off, use it. You'll see a big difference in the way, in the quality. Your video will look a lot more professional. So with that in mind, again, pretty basic shooting techniques. When you're using a tripod, you can start thinking about and you can do this handheld too, and I'm going to talk about this later, but you can start thinking about shooting sequences. Let's say you're doing something with family, and you can start actually making things look like little movies if you start thinking in terms of sequences, right? So so let's say a basic sequence, you're outside, and you're outside having a barbecue, and you're going to have a barbecue dinner. So again, you're going to start with a wide shot, your scene setter. And, so the wide shot will be, in that composition, you'll probably want to see the picnic table and the barbecue in the background, and, that's your wide shot. So, a nice way to get something like that going, you can tell a little story, about your barbecue. So you got your wide shot, so then reframe your shot, go a little bit tighter on the barbecue, maybe where you can see the barbecue and the person standing at the barbecue. But, so you frame that up, and you tell your uncle or whoever, okay, just back out of the shot, frame it up, start rolling your shot, give yourself some lead time. Don't, make sure you got lead time where there's nobody in the shot. Cue your talent to come in and lift the lid and start doing his barbecue thing, right? So boom, he walks in, lifts the lid, and he starts out, and, and then you've got your second shot in the sequence. Then you can go to a close-up of the barbecue, and again, staying on the tripod, nice solid shots, it looks good. Get a close-up of the steak, and then maybe get him to bring the flipper in, the tongs, and then flip the steak and pull it out, and, so you've got your little sequence of cooking at the barbecue. Then you can go to the table, with a wide shot of the table, and, close-up maybe of your aunt putting the plate down on the table, and so you can see where it's going. You're telling a story with pictures, and they're just static postcards, right? Each shot is really just a postcard. And again, if you use the tripod, you'll have nice solid shots. And when you get into editing, you'll see how this just flows together, and it makes editing really easy. And of course, you can shoot out of sequence and things like that, and it all just kind of flows together. We're not going to get into audio in this little movie. You can just use the mic on your camera, and you're just use the BG sound that you're picking up, and that'll be fine. You're not getting too complicated in this little movie. You just want to sort of tell a visual story using postcards. So there you go. There's some more basics for you using the postcard type of shooting that we talked about. Next time I'll talk about doing some of these same kinds of techniques shooting handheld. I shoot handheld a lot. I do run and gun. Like I said, I do some local news, and I do a lot of handheld shooting. You can cover a lot of ground quite quickly when the camera's just handheld. So next time I'll talk about handheld. Okay guys, see you next time.